a mysterious woman leads a porter to her home, where palace doors open to 3 dervishes, 1 man, and a whole new story begins. Episode 9 is where the real mystery starts. This story unfolds in the time of Harun al-Rashid in the grand and vibrant city of Baghdad. Its streets were full of life, its markets dazzling with color. In that city lived a humble porter. He wore simple clothes, stood tall, and was honest of heart. One day, a young and stunning woman approached him. She wore a flowing satin robe and a sheer veil. With a calm but powerful voice, she said, "Take your basket and follow me." The porter, stunned by her beauty, quietly followed her. She went from shop to shop, saying little, and began buying many things. She bought rose drink from a Christian elder, then fruits, herbs, fresh meat, spices, sweets, and nuts. The load grew so heavy that the porter finally said, "My lady, if you planned so much, I could have hired a mule." The woman smiled, her enchanting eyes calming the porter. Without another word, he followed her, again, his complaint forgotten. The young woman led the porter to a magnificent house. Its gate was made of ivory, and tall carved pillars adorned the grand entrance. The porter stood quietly, lost in thought. Why would such a noble lady shop alone? Safia said, "Sister, why are you waiting? The door is open, and this poor porter looks ready to collapse." As the young woman entered, the second closed the great door. The porter, struggling under the heavy load, his eyes fell upon a woman seated on the throne, Zubaydah, more radiant than either sister. Zubaydah rose. Together, they lifted the load from his head, set it down, and Amina gave him his wage. The porter, delighted with his payment, did not want to leave. He thought, 3 beautiful women? And me? If I stay, we are 4. Why not enjoy such company? Zubaydah noticed the porter still standing and asked, "Why haven't you left? Was the pay too little?" Amina reached to give more, but the porter said, "No, it's not about the money. I'm simply enchanted by your presence." He spoke wisely, of trust and the joy of gathering. Zubaydah, who first seemed offended, smiled and said, "We welcome you to our circle. But if you stay, you must keep our secrets and ask no questions." "I am like a mirror," the porter said. "I reflect but keep nothing." Zubaydah replied, "Then read what's written behind the door." He read aloud, "He who asks about what does not concern him shall find no answer, and no good end." After the vow, they lit scented candles, the air filled with musk and amber. The feast was laid, cups filled, and poetry, smiles, and joy completed the night. A sudden knock echoed at the door. Safia, who was in charge of opening it, rose and went to see who had come. Moments later, she returned, smiling, and said, "3 wandering dervishes stand outside. They have just arrived in Baghdad and have no place to stay. Strangely enough, all 3 have shaved their heads and beards, and each has lost his right eye." At these words, the sisters and the porter burst into laughter. Amina said, "These dervishes are seeking shelter. They are young, handsome, and only wish to spend the night. I believe we should let them stay." Safia added with a smile, "Their presence will bring more joy to our gathering." But Zubaydah, with hesitation, replied, "Even if we allow them, there must be a condition. They must ask no questions, and they must read the counsel written upon the door." Safia went to the door and welcomed the dervishes inside, and Safia served warm food and sweet drinks. Peace returned to the gathering. After eating, one dervish said, "If you allow, we shall play music and sing to bring joy to your hearts." 2 dervishes played, one sang with charm. The women joined with sweet voices, the hall filled with joy. The melodies of flute and tambour, the women's graceful singing, filled the palace with delight. Smiles were exchanged, wine flowed freely, and time felt suspended. But then, a loud knock on the door shattered the night. Safia stood abruptly. a hush fell over the room. That night, Caliph Harun al-Rashid, with his wise vizier Jafar al-Barmaki, wandered the streets of Baghdad in disguise. As always, the Caliph wished to hear the truth of the people with his own ears. When they passed a house filled with laughter and music, Harun said, "Jafar, knock on that door." Jafar politely said, "We are merchants from Mosul. Our host's party was raided. We escaped and now seek shelter until dawn." Zubaydah said, "If they are respectful, let them in." Zubaydah spoke with calm authority. "In this house you may watch, but you must not ask. Any question may bring regret." Jafar bowed slightly. "We are merely guests, not curious men." Then glasses of sherbet were raised and the feast continued. The three dervishes rose and began their sacred Sufi dance. Their whirling, graceful movement captured every eye. As the dance ended, Zubaydah stood and softly turned to Amina. "Sister, it is time we return to our own purpose." Safiya and Amina quickly tidied the hall. Candles were dimmed, incense lit. They brought 2 female dogs. Zubaydah approached, sleeves rolled up, a switch in hand. She began striking the dog. It cried. She cried too. Then she wiped its tears and kissed it gently. Zubaydah struck the second dog just the same, and kissed it after. The Caliph, Jafar, and the dervishes were frozen in shock. The Caliph begged for answers with his eyes, but Jafar looked away. Amina quietly stepped aside and began to play. A soft, sorrowful tune filled the room as her voice sang of a love lost to separation. Suddenly, overwhelmed, she collapsed. Her chest revealed strange black marks, a sight that stunned everyone in the room into silence. One of the dervishes sighed, "Wish we had slept in the street tonight and missed all this." The Caliph heard him and approached. "What do these actions and words mean?" They replied, "We know nothing. This is our first time in this house." The Caliph asked, "You claim no relation to these ladies, and nothing of what happened here is known to you?" They said, "Noble sir, it is the first time we are here. We neither knew the women nor what happened earlier." The Caliph turned to the porter. "What do you say about this man?" One dervish pointed at him. "Do you know why the lady first whipped the dogs, then caressed them? Do you know why the other lady's chest and neck are covered in dark marks?" The porter said, "God is my witness, I know nothing. I'm from this city, but I've never been in this house until tonight." The porter was assigned to ask. Zubaydah, having recovered from tending Amina, approached. "What is all this discussion about?" The porter answered without hesitation. "Noble lady, why did you first strike the dogs and then caress them? And why does the other lady have so many dark bruises?" Zubaydah looked angrily at the Caliph and others. "Is this man telling the truth?" Everyone except Jafar said, "Yes." Zubaydah continued, "I made a condition. Ask nothing about what doesn't concern you. You agreed. Now let's see if you are honest." 7 strong black men, axes in hand, appeared at the door. Each approached the 7 men ready to strike. The Caliph was terrified. The porter quickly said, "I am innocent. I am just the messenger. The guilty ones are the dervishes." Zubaydah's anger subsided a bit, and she smiled slightly at his words, remaining calm. Zubaydah asked, "Who are you 3? One answered, "My right eye was lost in an accident. We are 3 sons of 3 kings. Last night we met for the first time, and our fathers are searching for us." Zubaydah commanded, "Release them for now so I can hear their story. Anyone who does not tell their tale will lose their life." Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, hit like to show some love. Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to read them. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps me create more amazing stories.